Let's move to our health topic because it's an important one. Today, I want to talk about the pelvic floor, your pelvic floor, and what you might need to know to keep that area healthy. It's not a problem until it is a problem, right? And then when it is a problem, it's terrible. You get things like you feel like you have to go to the bathroom all the time. You're getting UTIs. All different kinds of issues can arise with your pelvic floor health. So what is the pelvic floor? It is a group of muscles, ligaments, connective tissue at the base of your pelvis. These muscles act like a hammock. They support your bladder, your uterus, your bowels. And when they're strong and balanced, they help control urination, bowel movements, sexual function, and core stability. So here's what's important. A healthy pelvic floor is essential for everyday function, holding your organs in place, preventing incontinence, improving your posture, and supporting core movement. Weakness or tension can lead to prolapse, and that can lead to back pain as well, or bladder leaks, or discomfort during intimacy. So why does this happen? Pelvic floor dysfunction can develop over time, and here are just some of the reasons. Childbirth or pregnancy, aging and hormonal changes, chronic constipation, heavy lifting or poor posture, excess tension from stress, nutrient deficiencies, especially collagen loss. And lack of targeted movement can also be a cause, right? I mean, think about how much sitting we do nowadays. So here's how collagen and strength training can help. Collagen is the protein matrix that makes up connective tissue, makes up ligaments, fascia, and your muscle fibers. And as we age, collagen production decreases, as I've covered here many, many times before, and it weakens these structures. So supplementing with high quality, highly absorbable collagen supports the elasticity and resilience in your pelvic tissues. Also, and in conjunction with strength training, right? Especially core and hip stability work. Now, when we think of the pelvic floor, I think a lot of people's minds go straight to Kegels, right? We have to do Kegels. And here's what I found with things like sciatica, things like back pain. We tend to want to stretch the area. So if we have sciatica, we'll just be like tearing on it, just, really trying to stretch it out. The point of origin isn't necessarily where we need to focus when it comes to stretching and whatnot. What can bring relief is creating space around the area. So instead of just focusing on Kegels, you want to focus on bringing stability to the area, especially in your core and especially in your hip stability. Because when you fire your glutes, when you fire this hip stability, it rebuilds the pelvic muscles, right? You're rebuilding the scaffolding that's holding the pelvis in support. So think, instead of like focusing on the primary issue at hand, like the pelvic floor, I've got to do my Kegels. Think about supporting it. Think it's about supporting the pelvic floor with the muscles that are around it, and think of creating space around that area. So together with collagen and resistance training over time, you can help the body rebuild and repair from the inside out. So here are 7 strategies for a strong, resilient pelvic floor. 1, mindful connection. Bodybuilders practice this and know this is to be true. When you focus on the area at hand, right? So you're trying to focus on those glutes and focus on the area around the pelvic floor, and practice, the Kegels and working on the area itself. Use your connection to your brain. So don't just kind of like do it while you're watching TV or, just kind of like, oh, I hope this works. No, lock in mentally to the motion itself and think about the muscles being strengthened. Okay. Adds extra connection to the area. And so you can practice gentle contractions, but you want to focus. You want to lift the area like with pelvic tilts. You want to hold and release. Awareness is the first step towards balance. So lock into the area. The more mind-body connection that you have, especially with rebuilding connective tissue, rebuilding and restoring the body, the better. That's what bodybuilders do. They don't just pick up a weight and start like, okay, yeah. You see them, right? They're in the mirror. They're like really timing it. They're thinking about the muscle and the growth of it. Use the same tactic with restoration, okay? Number 2, breath work and core coordination. So deep diaphragm breathing helps synchronize the pelvic floor and your core. So inhale to expand and relax the pelvic muscles. Exhale to gently engage and lift. This prevents over-tightening and supports organ stability. That's not what you need, is more tightening, right? Like just tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No, it should be a fluid movement, right? Your body likes fluid, constant contraction, or just like really intense contraction. You're only going to do more damage. Your body likes flow, flow. 3, build collagen daily. Supplement with collagen. Everybody needs it. And you want to make sure you're taking a good multivitamin as well to make sure that you are, getting some vitamin C in, and protein-rich meals to support tissue rebuilding and hydration of your connective tissue. Strength training with purpose, add glute bridges, squats, hip thrusts, add all these things into your routine, okay? Target the muscles that are connected to the pelvic floor 2 to 3 times a week with proper form, mindfulness, right? And breathing alignment. Number 5 is posture and alignment. When your pelvic floor works best, your pelvic floor works best when your spine and hips are aligned. So avoid slouching, avoid prolonged sitting, using a standing desk, or take walking breaks to make sure you're keeping blood flow and nerve health optimum. Hydration is the next one. Oh my God, everything does better with hydration, right? So dehydration and electrolyte imbalance make tissue stiff and less resilient. So aim for mineral-rich hydration and use whole foods. So you want to make sure you're using electrolytes to support supple fascia and nerve conduction. Number 7, nervous system regulation. Chronic tension and stress cause pelvic muscles to stay tight. Daily relaxation, gentle stretching, walking, take warm baths, do a foot soak, reset your muscle tone and improve function. Everybody, this has been Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. Thanks for joining me.